crooked. Hi, I'm Pam Fox, and we're live on YouTube. Excuse me. And I'm going to be doing my 5 favorite Vitamix recipes this week. I've got my Vitamix here. I've had my Vitamix since 29. I've had my Vitamix since 1999. So it's 22, almost 22 years old. And I love this appliance. And a lot of times people ask me, well, do I really need a Vitamix? Can't I just use a regular blender? And of course you can use any blender. I happen to love the Vitamix because it's a high-powered blender, and I'm vegan, so I make a lot of sauces. I make a lot of things with nuts. I make a lot of things with frozen food. I make things with, dates. So some of these things, like if you were to put dates into a blender, it probably wouldn't blend it up really smooth. You'd have little chunks of dates. So there's just certain things that a Vitamix works really well for. And I love smoothies. I do a lot of smoothies, and this is a really, in general, it's a really reliable appliance, although I've heard people that have had them and they were horrible and they had to send them back. There was something wrong with them. But in general, Vitamix has a really good reputation. So I thought I would just come on here and share. Last month I did the Drink Your Smoothies challenge. And so this month I'm going to share my top 5 recipes. These are some of the things that I make the most in my Vitamix that I really love, that are quick and easy, and have just become kind of a part of my general routine. So I'm going to be doing an entree, my favorite entree. I'm going to do my favorite snack. I'm going to do my favorite salad dressing and my favorite, what's the other one? Breakfast. And today I'm going to do my favorite dessert. And I'm really looking forward to this because I haven't eaten anything yet today. So this is going to be a meal. And it's ice cream. It's ice cream, and it's made with frozen bananas. So the trick to making this ice cream is you have to have the right temperature bananas. So if they're too frozen, you kind of have to really get in there and tamper it. You usually do. If they're just right, it just blends up perfectly. And if they're too defrosted, like if you take them out and let them sit for like 15 minutes, then you're just going to have a really thick smoothie. You're not going to have that really beautiful soft serve ice cream. I've got about probably 4 or 5 bananas in here. I'm just going to go ahead. Well, I won't do them all. I'll do most of them. So I've got some frozen bananas in here. And I like to put a couple of drops of vanilla to make this a really nice vanilla kind of flavored ice cream. And that's really it. You can do, hang on just a second. You can add a touch of water, but if you add too much, then you've got a really thick smoothie instead of ice cream. So, so you really want to be careful when you're doing this, that you just add a little bit of water, not much. And then I'm going to be using, so this is going to be loud, and bear with me, this is kind of a process. You kind of have to blend and scrape, blend and scrape. So we blend and we scrape. I think we're going to be okay with this. I think that they're just right. Last time I made this, I let my bananas sit out for about 15 minutes, and that's too long. You got to do about between 5 to 10 minutes, let them sit out. And it's really important that you use ripe bananas. So you want to be using bananas that look like this because that's what makes it sweet. That's what makes this a sugar-free dish. You don't have to add any sugar to it. It's going to be quite sweet. All right. So I just want to show you guys this soft serve. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful soft serve ice cream. It's really delicious. It's just bananas. I guess if you don't like bananas, you might not like it, but I happen to love bananas. And this would be a really good thing for, you know, if you've got kids and you're trying to get them to eat more fruit. The only thing I don't like about the Vitamix, and the new Vitamixes have improved upon this, the new Vitamixes have a scraper that's like that fits in here and really gets everything out nicely. I've used one, but I've seen them online. I don't know how well they work, but I like to get it all out, so that's kind of annoying that they made that kind of challenging. Okay. So this is perfect. So if you can see, I just want to show you guys how creamy this is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, if you like vanilla soft serve, it's perfect. Okay, but this is a chocolate sundae. I'm not going to make this just because it takes a little bit more time, but this is the world's easiest thing, guys. I'm going to tell you the recipe. It's not written down, so it's really easy. It's dates and cacao. And it kind of looks like pudding, or you can make it thinner like a chocolate sauce. And I'm going to drizzle this on here. You could put nuts on here if you wanted. You could put fresh strawberries on here, any kind of fresh berry. You could put frozen strawberries right into the Vitamix and make strawberry ice cream, blueberry ice cream. I happen to like vanilla. It's my favorite. So I want to get to eating this before it melts. But this chocolate sauce, again, into the blender, you put 8 dates, these little guys, and 2 tablespoons of cacao, which is your chocolate powder. So again, it's sugar-free. I mean, it's sugar from the dates, but you're not adding any sugar to this. It's all superfoods, you know what I mean? Like the cacao and the dates. And then a little bit of milk, like I just use this. If you use coconut milk, it's going to be much richer and creamier from the fat from the coconut milk. And you put that in your blender, and it makes a really beautiful, creamy chocolate syrup. But if you want it thick like this, you just add a little bit of thickener. I use arrowroot powder. But you could use cornstarch, and then you just put it from your blender into the stovetop, and you just cook it until all that thickener. I mean, I could eat this whole bowl easily. I do. Like, I love pudding. It's like a pudding, but it's great as a chocolate sauce, especially if you've got, you know, a family event and you want to do something special. You could put some chopped nuts on here and a cherry on top. You could make, you know, coconut cream, whipped cream to put on top. You could make a banana split with your bananas on the bottom and your fresh strawberries on top. So it's a really fun way to do a healthy dessert. I mean, this will be a meal for me because it's like 4 or 5 bananas in there. You could certainly do, you know, something more realistic in terms of portions and do a dessert for your family. It's so quick and easy. You just got to make sure you have, you know, you keep bananas on hand in the freezer. And it's so versatile. Like I said, with this, you could make all kinds of different flavors. Or even with the chocolate sauce, you can put different things in your chocolate sauce, like coffee or rum or different things like that to alter the flavor of your chocolate sauce. Okay, I need to eat this because it's going to melt and I'm hungry. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm going to be making, some of you have seen me make this before, but it is my favorite entree to make in the Vitamix, and it's macaroni and cheese. And of course, it's dairy free. All right, thanks for watching, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow.